stream begins. Join the chat, let's dive right in. JETwagen life tonight, we're rocking all day long. Crafting dreams and chasing waves inside this gaming song. Hear our voices loud and strong. Together we belong. Streaming worlds where we can't go wrong. From sleepy towns to oceans deep, keeps us hooked, no time for sleep. The clicks and laughs, light and screen glow bright. A crew united through pixels fight. Friends made real across the stream. Adventure thriving like a dream. With every quest, ability shares. Our hearts beat fast, nobody compares. Loaded up, the night is ours again. With JETwagen leading on this journey's end. JETwagen life tonight, we're rocking all day long. Crafting dreams and chasing waves inside this gaming song. Hear our voices loud and strong. Together we belong. Streaming worlds where we can't go wrong. From sleepy towns to oceans deep, it keeps us hooked, no time for sleep. The clicks and laughs, lighting screen glow bright. A crew united through pixels fight. Friends made real across the stream. Adventure thriving like a dream. With every quest, ability shares. Our hearts beat fast, nobody compares. Loaded up, the night is ours again. With JETwagen leading on this journey's end. Loaded up, the night is ours again. With JETwagen leading on this journey's end. JETwagen live tonight, we're rocking all day long. Crafting dreams and chasing waves inside this gaming song. Hear our voices loud and strong. Together we belong. Streaming worlds where we can't go wrong. Pixel by pixel we create our fate. Level up, love, it just feels great. Sim stories weaving through midnight haze. Sea of thieves calls out with brave crusades. One more round, one more try. We'll never say goodbye. JETwagen life tonight. Keep playing till dawn breaks free. Minecraft castle stand tall, wow. All pirate flags fly wild at sea. No matter what comes next, you'll know where you should be. My huge together we believe.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Jet Stream. We are back playing Minecraft on Kennedy's Realm. Let me make some slight adjustments. Just occurred to me I forgot to bring up my reference image of what I'm going to do today. And now I can't find it. Of course I can't. I think we can wing it with the image that I do have. Let me hop in the streaming VC on Kennedy's Discord server. If anybody wants to join in and talk. Until somebody joins, I'll just mute myself in there, but then I'll unmute. Actually, I guess it doesn't matter. We'll leave it unmuted. Okay. So, what did I do off stream? Not a whole lot, but let's go take a look. I know I started a little early today. Welcome in. Thanks for the follow. It's completely anonymous, and unless you want to talk. Mr. Tiger Driver, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. I assume that was you. Yeah, how are you doing? And how did you find us? If you don't mind. Curious to know what works and what doesn't work. Or maybe didn't work this time. I did throw some stuff in my sorting system they're still working through. What did I do off stream? Back here, I did some redstone work. I found you because I'm bored. Not a problem. Hopefully I don't bore you. I added redstone back here. As you can see, this one's already locked. There's a piston that pushes a block. Let's open this up a little so you can see better. Pushes a block over top of the chest. This closes the chest off. This prevents the golems that don't need to be working from constantly opening the chest. I did this for everyone. This one's currently active. There's stuff in here. So the piston is retracted. You may wonder, why do I need the second line? Why don't I just need this line? I noticed an issue that when items were placed into the copper chest, this wasn't updating with the piston extended. So I added the second line to see an item coming in that actually triggers the piston first. So when the item goes in to the copper chest, it's already retracted and open. Then that updates properly and keeps it open until it's empty. Unfortunately, that's how I had to go with it. If I didn't need that, I would only need this little bit of redstone here. Because if you notice, this is coming from around the back. Because in order to get the signal to go into this block, I either had to come back this far or I had to start with an earlier hopper. And in some cases, like, not going to be able to see it because I walled it off. But there's two cases where I can't do that because I don't have two hoppers before the chest. So, Mr. Tiger Driver, you say you're bored. I guess you're not up to anything today, are you? Or you have other plans for today? Thanks for the follow. It's completely anonymous unless you want to talk. I forgot to look. I don't even remember what these guys are sorting anymore because it's been a few days. There is one other thing I did off stream, and that is over at my castle, which we'll go there momentarily. We're going to grab some materials. For anybody that doesn't know, this is my storage system. It actually starts here with a shulker unloader behind here. The empty shulkers going here, everything else goes in here, of which I can drop stuff off here. And that goes through this hopper line down to the copper chest with copper golems to sort it all out. So the first copper golem, if he doesn't find a place for it, he passes it on, and so on. This is the case where I've got two really close together, because they only do 10 chests. So we got 9 chests, and then the 10th is the chest to pass on. These two guys only have 6 chests, with the 7th passing it on. Welcome in, Silver Tongue 1971. How are you doing today, and how did you find us? Just doing some whoppy catch attempts. Oh. Have at it. We only have Mr. Tiger Driver at the moment, but there will likely be some others that come along. Yeah, as I was saying, next Copper Golem, so on and so forth, all the way down. And then from here, I haven't finished it yet, but we're going to have overflow. We're also going to put in a super smelter, I decided. That'll be connected to the system. I've also only sorted things up to here. I have the new shelves up here to give an idea of what's in the chests. I kind of stopped here. So at the moment, this is overflow, of which nothing got to this guy yet. They always pick the center bottom chest as the first chest they check. So if that's empty, the whole section's empty. This one, however, we have 1 chest left. Things that didn't get sorted elsewhere. I do need to go through and fix this at some point. Actually, let's grab that, because we're going to need it. I did kind of do a little sorting. I put these together. All good. I saw you on the Whoppy page. Oh, I wasn't aware that was a thing. Thanks for the check-in, Charlie. How are you doing today? I've seen Whoppy catch on a lot of other channels, and I added it for people to enjoy, but I didn't really dig that deep into. Didn't know there was a page for it, but that's good. Good to know. So thank you for letting me know that. Yeah, let's grab some bushes. Let's grab some saplings. What else is here? Honeycomb now, string. You know what? I'll grab some string just in case. Doing good, man. A little hungover, but I'm alive. Well, it's good that you're alive, Charlie. If you're alive and support Whoppy, it posts you on their page. Nice. I appreciate. Good to know that. Don't know that I'll need them, but I'll grab them just in case. You know what? I do need at least one of these. Thinking if I need any more than that. Don't think so. Alright, this kind of low priority decorative after the fact. Possibility of needing them. I will definitely need this, so I'm going to hold on to that. Don't think. Oh, they didn't stack. That's fine. Let's grab oak as well. Might need those. Probably some signs. Not sure how many. Trapdoors, yeah, let's grab those. Doors, maybe not. Let's go back a moment. Maybe. Possibly. Kind of thinking on some of the stuff because, yeah, I have a reference image, but that doesn't mean that'll be what it looks like. Might change out materials. Probably some dark oak. I should probably change the sorting of this stuff, just so it stacks properly. But that's for another day. Mangrove. Yeah, let's grab mangrove. What else? What else? What else? Let's have a quick look at our reference. The reference is all spruce. We're not doing all spruce. We do need some more spruce. Actual wood. We'll need to cut down. This isn't all going to fit. Let's empty that out. This is not my axe. All wood. I guess we'll throw that in there. I'll grab another empty shulker. Gonna need that. Possibly. What else? What else? Actually, I won't need that, will I? Maybe for other builds. You know what? I've got an ender chest over there. If I need it, I can grab it then. Wool. It's my wool storage. Definitely white. Yeah, we got carpets. I don't think we'll need more than a stack. Uh, side of white. Probably red. Um, teal. Did grab. Yes, I did. Okay. What else? What else? What else? Maybe blue. Yellow. Think. You know what? We're going to try. Instead of red, we might try pink, but let's bring both. I think that's a good start. Let's chop down a spruce tree and be on our way. Raining, and it looks like it's about to turn dark. Go out in a moment. Actually, that reminds me, I need to bring this with me. Of which I can just throw it in here for now. That needs updated. It really feels like it's turning nighttime. But I wonder if it's just this. Nope, there it is. Alright. Off to the castle. Another thing for anybody new, this is a server that another streamer has. So I am not the only person on here. Might seem that way for the moment. Each person has 2,000 by 2,000 area. So we've got distance between us. Which is kind of why my castle can be here, even though my main base was back there. Alright, so what did I do off stream? I forgot to chop down the spruce tree. Luckily, I have one over here. I did this off stream. I made a little kind of food court area for my fairgrounds. And I got thinking about the shops and planning out there's going to be a shop here, I did put 2 shops here, but I've since decided to change this. So this has to move a little bit, not much. We're going to move this one back a little further, detach it, rotate this one 90 degrees, and put another one here. The idea is we're going to have meats. Um, we're going to have a farmer for like pies and such. The one that's going to be detached back here is going to be the fisherman, so getting fish. And then this one over here is going to be, we're actually going to try to put villagers in these eventually. This will be a cleric, so this will kind of be the drink stall. Uh, let's go ahead and get these rotated. Dirt, because this likely won't stay there. I will change that up. Oh yeah, you can try catching me too. You can try. Did not succeed this time. Uh, okay. I should have left one of these. Get this one planned out and then we'll figure out the back one. Do I like that? No, too close to the road. We can move it back one. But that's okay. My mission today is just to attempt to catch, so it counts. Well, that's good. That's better. And then probably just leave one space. And that'll be the one back here. Do need to take this out. We need that. We need some more of these. And I'll just grab the whole stack. We don't need those anymore. For the moment, at least. Let's decide which side the vessel can go away. The entrance on the back. I think it should be probably this side. And let's trim this back. I don't like this dirt right up against. That should be okay. Then I'm gonna put the light back here. There will obviously be lights in the stand, but I should probably put another one out front. Just to keep this area lit. That's what I forgot. I should have brought more moss carpet. Up there. Alright, let's go chop down this spruce tree. Then we can continue building the stall. This is not a very big spruce tree. We do have a mod in the server that quickly despawns the leaf blocks. Go. Why is it getting to be nighttime already? It goes so fast, doesn't it? Got a little bit of time. It looks like somebody else beat me to the bed. Who else is on? We've got Killer, we got Micah, we got Godders. $55. I guess that'll keep us going for a little while we wait for the next tree to grow. Tree. Might be a little too close. And here I said I was going to change it up, possibly. And I've already started just doing it all else first. You know what? This one is going to be dark oak. One, two, three, four, five. You know what? I don't have a side image of this. I will have to think about what the side looks like. All right, let's grab these. And I think this one's going to be blue. That went in my face. I think I think it's gonna be some more of the same. You know what? There would not be grass there because people going in and out. You're probably wondering why didn't I do the front? Because I'm not sure just yet. One reference that I had uses campfires in the front. Gotta find that, and again, I really liked it. I can remember what I searched to get it. This one comes up a lot. A couple of people have done, well, not exactly the same, done variations. Oh, I'm sorry. How long have you been playing Minecraft? I've been playing, oh my goodness. Did I start? 2012, 2013? When did Minecraft come to the console? That would tell me. That's when I started. Console edition debuted 2012. May 9th, 2012. So somewhere just after that. Sun's getting low again. Let's try something. Well, I like it. Right, that looks low enough. Not quite. Yeah, I started on console edition. I'm actually still using console. If you notice the controls to the lower right there, Xbox specifically. That was 360 I started on. I followed it to the One, and then followed it into Bedrock Edition. This server is actually Java Edition. However, it's got a plugin to allow Bedrock players to play on it. So we are a nice mix of people on the server. That went flying off somewhere. The logs that are at the bottom will be changing. They're just placeholders at the moment. Although, you know what? They're not going to be placeholders. Uh, At least for this one, I like the look of that. I might change the rest of this out for dark oak. That's cool. So do peeps need a password to come in this area, or can anyone show up? So the server itself is people are whitelisted to join the server. Uh, so we are careful about who we allow on. Uh, the server is owned by another streamer called Kennedy. He handles who joins and who doesn't join, and if anybody needs kicked off. As far as area, there's none of that set up. There is there is a rule when you join the server that you don't go to other people's areas unless you're invited. They know that you're going to be there. There is some community areas though. Um, there are some people that always work together. There's So there are some pairs. I am not a pair with anybody. This is all just me. Everything, everything you see here, I built. Uh, at least that's not natural spawn, like the pillager outpost over there. Okay, so that's nice. So it keeps out players that just want to be destructive. Yeah. Prior to this, Kennedy had a Bedrock realm. We did have some issues with some people. That's not what drove the change. What drove the change was that we were limited to only 10 people on the server at a time. He made the switch to the Java server. Uh, he himself made a switch to Java, but also the Java server with all the mods, he's got more control. So he can come, like say something's been changed. He can come over and with the since he's in control of the server, he can come over and see, oh, this person placed this block. He's got different controls like that that didn't have on the realm. So we can better find out who's causing trouble. Uh, Stuff's missing from a chest. Oh, he can look at the chest and it'll give him a full log of who placed stuff in, who took stuff out. Um, so there's all that kind of stuff. Uh, yeah, the big one. So Kennedy has been building Hogwarts. He built it on the realm, and a griefer came and destroyed it. So we had to go back and undo the damage, which meant a lot of people. That's another thing. A lot of people lost all the work they did in that time. With the Java server, he can revert just certain chunks without reverting the whole server. Uh, so he restarted building Hogwarts on this server, and he is way off in that direction. Um, he's intending to do the whole. He's doing the castle for now, but his intent is to do the whole area around the castle as well. He marked out a 10,000 by 10,000 block around him, I think it is. So he picked a spot way out to do that. That's pretty good control. I imagine the building takes a lot of time and effort compared to how easily one person can tear it down. So gotta be safe. Yes, very much so. This server here has been up for over a year. I've been on here since the beginning. Uh, the castle area here is my more recent. This is probably going on. Has it been 6 months already? I'm not really sure how long I've been working on just the castle. I started with the castle. There's still some interior things I need to finish, but this is mostly finished. This floor needs done. This needs decorated. The rest of these buildings are finished. The castle itself, the third floor, is not finished, as well as I need to put a throne in the throne room. Of which the throne room is right here. Everything else is done, I just need to do the throne itself. A chapel, dining hall, a study over on that side. So that's like the private dining. Here's the great hall. There's the servants' access and sleeping area. There's a kitchen down here. I do want to do some more. I just haven't decided what it looks like. This is going to be the pantry. Some lighting glitches. This goes into the barracks. We've got a basement with a dungeon. That's kind of the torture area. The actual dungeons. There is not a whole lot to see back here, but this is a back entrance on the waterway. Really, it's the details that make it personal. Gotta be cool to show it off when you can after that much work. Yeah, the details make a lot of difference. I need to figure out, I don't really want to do a torture chamber in every one of these staircases, but there's 2 staircases I need to figure out what I'm doing in the this, as well as the other staircase I didn't show, are identical. It's just this one's to this gatehouse, the other one's at the other gatehouse. The gates do work. Although they were supposed to go 3 high. Never did figure that out. We got some storage in some different areas, some beds. Can get up on top of the wall, can actually get up on top of there. Each tower's identical. Just some are rotated, some are mirrored. So after the castle, I started on the fair area. I am eventually going to put a village over here. And this is actually the direction towards my main base, which is where I started. A little bit of a bunny hop to get back to it. Coming out is one rocket, but coming back, because we start a little lower, we don't always make it. This is my main base area, which is where I started earlier. We'll make it daytime so we can see everything a little better. I've already forgotten what I forgot to bring with me. While I'm back here, I could bring it. So I'll start over here since there's not much to show over here. This is where I grow my trees. I got storage for tree saplings, some bamboo. I can grow nether trees. This isn't working anymore. I took the chickens out. Um, I can probably put them back at some point. I was thinking that it was causing issues though, so that's why I removed them. Um, so my main base area, I was going for a gaming theme. So we've got Bridge from Halo, we've got Sea of Thieves, we've got Sonic, we've got a Nintendo Switch. That is unfortunately peaks out over the top. That's not gaming related. We've got a Mario block over here. We have a Mario warp tunnel down below. We've got a little Among Us guy. Once we get inside, the gaming theme stops. And it's all just functional. We have our gas garage, of which I didn't actually point it out, but I've got another gas garage over at the castle. These were storage. Since I made the storage room, I tore them out. I need to figure out what to do with these areas. This, I think, is going to be a staircase going down to get to that area that's open. Maybe have a little observation sitting area. This is my map room. Like I said, inside we get away from the gaming area. This is more recent. I put a aquarium above the map room just to try to give a little more height. I have a hidden sugarcane farm as well as a cactus farm. And then I just keep map type stuff over here. As well as heads. We do have a head mod. Console, they don't show up as good, but they are there. Over here, I've got a little growing area for vines, including glow lichen and cocoa beans I can do here. We got an incoming ad. Try to get through as much as I can. We've got my farming area. We've got an automatic brewing. This is access to my gas. We've got a snowman here to get snowballs. This is kind of my travel storage. And then there's a bedroom, currently blocked out. This is the bathroom. I still need to do the countertop and the toilet. This is my main living room, which is within the Switch. Kitchen, dining room. Not sure where all this is going to go for now. It's access to my chicken farm. the regular chickens are hidden, but this is the killing chamber. And they end up in here, the cooked chicken. I do have a filter to take the feathers out, although I need to look into it because it's not always working. I can't imagine how much time you've spent making it this in-depth. So cool. Thank you. It's been a while. Like I said, I've been on since the beginning. This is where I started. So this started a year ago, over a year ago, that I've been working on this. I do have tunnel or water elevators to go up and down. As you've seen earlier, my sheep farm. This is going to be for bees eventually. My enchanting area, my storage area. Another snow golem I might remove. Oh, little to-do boards. I do have a skeleton spawner right underneath here. So I have access to bones and arrows. This is just access to the lighting. Turns it on and off. This is access to the wool farm as well back here. That goes over to behind the snowman. This is to turn the skeleton farm on and off. All the skeleton drops go here, other than the armors and that. We've got the salt generator, cobblestone generator, stone generator. And you're probably missing a lot of that because you were in an ad. Sorry about that. Didn't really miss a whole lot though, considering I showed this earlier. Yeah, this is enchanting to do. Big thing, I guess, would be the skeleton spawner. I guess I'll show it again. This is my maintenance access. So I do have a skeleton spawner. Access to the lighting to turn it on and off. With the switch to turn it on and off here. Drops here. Basalt, cobblestone, stone generators. Now we're caught up. This here is my supporter area. So we've got my top cheer and top Ko-Fi donation. The amounts for those are listed. The amounts for everyone else is not listed. Over here is everybody that has contributed bits to me. This is everybody that has... Wait. Oh, right. This corner is for this stream. Over here is the Ko-Fi donators, which, as you can see, not a lot yet, and that's fine. People don't have to donate to me. Down here is more supporters. Twitch gifter, so gifted subs, and merchandise gifting, of which nobody's done yet, and that's fine. So over here are people that have gifted Twitch subs. Again, this is for this stream, of which I need to update that. I forgot to update. And then, again, merch is empty. Nobody's gifted any merch yet, and that's fine. So other than bones and arrows, everything else from the skeleton spawner ends up down here, of which I need to sort again. I take it out of here and sort it into here for the armor and the bows. So this is all enchanted, this is unenchanted. We've got a smelting system here with lava in the back. Another smelting system on this side. This is the same lava room. This is storage from fishing. It's there because I do my fishing from my Sea of Thieves boat. I watch Hermitcraft, so we've got vintage beef. If you could see him, this is a codfish head, which I named Green. But as you can see, he's got his fishing rod. We've got a jellycat, of which he was up on top. How did he end up down in there? We have Enderman griefers all the time. And of course, he teleports away. Guess I can show. Yeah, speaking of griefing, there's another one over here. That went in the water. That's fine. If you're familiar with Sea of Thieves, and I've got crackers sitting there. Kind of would like to do more, but I'm not sure what. Put a painting, got a bed, shelf over the bed, furnace, some storage. We do have, this is where I do my fishing from, so I can store my fishing rods in there. Oh. Let's get that out of my hotbar for the moment. Over here we've got axolotls for breeding purposes. It looks like you can just walk into an area and still have little tweaks to do here and there. Super cool how you can make it your own and incorporate so much from other games into it also. I'm very impressed. Thank you. Yeah, I do have little bits that I need to finish here and there. It's always a work in progress. I also leave some areas for future expansions if I decide to expand. This is access to the top of my original aquarium. At the moment, it's empty unless it gets natural spawns. This is the Mario warp pipe to go out into the water. So I can just swim in if I need to. And then the staircase just continues down. There's not really to see. It's just platforms, stairs and empty platforms. The stops on the water elevators are decorated. This one's decorated like a geode because we have a geode right here. I think, again, little tweaks here and there. I'd like to finish it so it looks like a full geode instead of into a non-existent cave. There is a mine shaft I need to do something with this. There is spawners for the small little poisonous spider guys. That's why I have this the way it is, so they can't get out. Corners need decorated yet. If we go down here, this one does have a little different, because there's a second staircase down, and here we gain access to the trial chamber, which I haven't done much with other than put the staircase in. Alright, we'll go back up. Again, these are just empty rooms and a staircase. So we can walk up. We don't need to take water elevators everywhere. They're just quicker. This one is decorated like the Deep Dark because this is deep, or at least was Deep Dark over there. I let Killer come and clear it all out. However, there is still Deep Dark over that way. There's still Deep Dark up in there. He didn't get it all cleared out. We got another geode over there. Ironically, when I came through the Nether and put my portal in, my original portal spawned on top of that geode. And I had to dig my way out, because I was in no condition to explore this at the time. Luckily, there was a wall right next to it I dug into and dug out. The little tunnel is still in there. I can get access into the cave down here. I dug a bunch of... was it diorite? Or andesite? No, tuff. I dug a bunch of tuff out. That's what I did. Over here. Over here's the hole. This was all tuff, and I dug it out. We can continue the manual way for the moment. Then we're at the bottom. We can't go any deeper. So these are my mine shafts for finding diamonds. And then I've got these decorated like diamonds. I do need to decorate the rest of this, possibly. I'm thinking about putting a second floor as a possibility for more shafts. But in the meantime, we will go all the way to the top now. And this part is most definitely unfinished. Yeah, we are way up on top now. We can look down over. Tried to hide this as much as possible, but we have a nice little Japanese temple up here. The purpose is still not finished. So this is going to be a villager trading hall with the ability to spawn iron golems above it. At least that was the idea. I haven't finished it. And then I was going to do more Japanese-inspired stuff. We've got a koi pond. Koi pond is supposed to end up being a water dream that goes down and over. We can take a quick walk, I guess. Follow down through here. I gotta dig all this out so it makes sense. And it would end up at the waterfall. And as you can see, underneath is all hollow at the moment. But yeah, koi pond, and that's all I did up here so far. I'll probably come back to it at some point, but I've kind of moved on for the moment. The fish in there are named, and you see Gil and Nemo and Marlin, and maybe they're not. They have Bubbles, Dory, Gurgle. What? I don't recall naming that one Gurgle. We'll come back to that. Maybe. That reminds me... No, I took the materials out. You know what? Let's save ourselves some materials. We're going to need them. Yeah, I could just walk around the corner, but I'm going to drop them in there. And we're going to drop these in here. And I still don't recall what I forgot. Now I do. Moss carpet. That should be enough. We've got one more thing I can show. And instead of flying, we'll take the nether route. So, trying not to show the right just yet. This is my tunnel. We do have a tunnel system in the nether. My tunnel is decorated Mario themed. So this is actual Mario levels that I've recreated. The main tunnel system is at 0. So I'm 600 plus blocks away. And of course, at the end of the tunnel, we have Bowser Castle. Warp pipes. This is purely decoration. There's my portal. I had to dig all this out. That was a lava lake that you see all the gravel. I filled the lava lake with gravel with help. This is really cool. Do others also work on your area, or are you the only one? I think you said you don't have a partner, so if someone wants to help, can you tell them certain things you want done and give them permission to make changes, or is it only you? Yeah, so primarily, it is only me. I did get help draining the lava lake. Rachel and Ben were very nice to come help me. They brought supplies as well because that was a lot of gravel needed. Ben has pretty much anything you might want. So I'm like, yeah, I need a few shulkers of gravel. Yep, sure, bringing it over. And they brought it over, and they're like, while we're here, we're going to help you. So they helped me fill all this, and I do want to change all that to glass. I'm not there yet. And then the walls are actually going to open up and let the lava fall down. So it's going to be lava walls with a glass roof. And as you can see from the Y coordinate, we're down low. That will look right into the regular nether. I'm trying to think. I think I've had other help. I just can't think at the moment who. I did say earlier, Killer cleaned out a lot of the skulk. I do have a little sneaky sign back here. Sorry, but the princess is in another castle. I've got access to get up into the nether. That's how I had to drain the lava. It's also how I'll put the glass on. This is the secondary warp pipe. I've got little bits of glass like clouds. I fell too far down. Luckily, I have a way out. That's all going to be lava at the bottom eventually, too. Can't believe I missed that jump. I wanted a way to quickly. I want people to be able to come here with horses. And come through here. I need to decorate this tunnel. That's a temporary tunnel. That's funny. Gotta love peeps that jump right in and assist. And really cool that they are willing to do it. Probably is a ton of fun for them too to take part in it. So I get it. Yeah, it's fun to collaborate on things at points. I repaid them. I built them a gold farm. One thing, Kennedy does not want us on the nether roof. So we are locked out of the most efficient gold farm there is. That said, we do have overworld gold farms. Not as efficient, but they work. I built one for the community, and I built Rachel and Ben their own personal gold farm, which is actually bigger than the community one, so I need to go back at some point and upgrade the community one. This portal will take us to the horse stable. So now we're back at the castle. We were in the basement of the horse stable. I've got a carriage house, a little pasture for horses. We've got a jousting tournament area, which also doubles as testing of how fast the horses are. We can also test how fast we are. So that's part of the reason why I want to allow people to bring their horses here, so they can test their horses if they want. We got tents for the jousters, spectator stand. Uh, the so if you notice, all the flags are yellow and gold. So that is the king's observation area for this king, and then we got the visiting king. Uh, for the archery, we only have for the local. uh, for the visitor, I asked Kennedy to pick 2 colors, and he picked red and black. So he's the visiting. uh, yeah, after the market, or after the archery, I built the gypsy tent, as well as the gypsy wagon. I built a little watchtower there. And then, of course, this is the most recent build. I do have a puppetry wagon, and that's kind of where I'm at. This is going to continue. I'm going to put some other watchtowers around this area, as well as a gatehouse near another bridge. The blue and gold really does symbolize royalty, so a nice touch. Thank you. Blue and gold is actually my high school colors, and I'll leave it at that. Outside of what I mentioned for people helping with builds, the other help is when I've needed some things. People have stepped up and like, yeah, we have extra of that. Here, you can have it. Or, yeah, we have some of this, but do you have some of this? You know, some trades and such. You know what? We'll come back to that at another point. We'll drop this stuff off so I don't forget. That one didn't fit. That fit now. Throw that in there. Before I forget this. Oh! That's right, I did put a workbench there. So this is not necessary now. We'll just throw it in there. Give me 2 of those. Okay. We'll come back to the rest. We've got another incoming ad. That should be good enough to get me. We're going to go to spawn. Oh, horses. I'm going to need more horse storage when I start breeding. So this is going to be that eventually. Oh yeah. Let's see how this goes. The last update, it At least for bedrock players, this was not so fun. Feels like they might have fixed it. Yeah, this is feeling normal again. Kind of. You know what? Maybe not. Maybe not. This is where we really notice it. Yep. 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 Boats have become very touchy. But here, this is Andrea, the real boss. Andrea is Kennedy's significant other. That's why the real boss. That's her tunnel. She's my closest neighbor. Even though tunnel-wise there is Octavia, which is, I think it's Andrea's daughter. This is Octavia's tunnel. Yes, it's closer to mine, but she's further away from the main tunnel. She would be the second closest neighbor. And then we've got Shimon. I'm not going to do everyone, sorry. But we are in the north tunnel. I'm just going to fly. Every one of these tunnels is another player. Don't think there's any extra tunnels until we get closer to spawn. And now we're in the spawn area. So spawn is 10,000 by 10,000. That's the secret one. That has not been open to anybody yet. This one goes to an end portal. Let's go visit it. It's community. I can show it off. This was built by Killer and Lag. This is very impressive. So, you think that I build a lot within a year. This is their one of the community builds. They contributed this. So this is the end portal. There's also access to a skeleton spawner. I don't need it because I have my own. Yeah, this is crazy. And yeah, there's a mountain over there, but majority of this, I think, was ocean that they cleared out. Of course, ocean level is up there. We're down a little bit. I say that. I forget I can fly. So, we've got a decent amount of ocean around us. We need the east. Before I go, it sounds like you have some good friends on here. Do you get notifications when they come on? And can you just portal to them when they come on and vice versa? Uh, I do not get notifications. I cannot just portal to them. Kennedy's the only one that has teleportation ability that I know of. um, Kennedy did the spawn hub. Uh, him and Andrea are also responsible for the tunnels. Again, we are deep under the nether. The one that's the sword is the main spawn. Well, yeah, let's go there. We'll do the others after. Alright. Before I had my own base, I was helping to start spawn. I created this little Zen garden. Chicken cookers. Oh, good. Somebody updated this. Although not recently. I turned these off, but I didn't put a sign there. I didn't turn them off because of an update. I turned them off because Kennedy had built a chicken store over here. So, Kennedy's lava chicken. Actually, that might not be working. I cannot recall who did what completely. I did the road system up to a point, and then Kennedy took over. We had too many cooks in the kitchen, and I just couldn't take it anymore. So I'm like, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm done. Uh, and of course, Kennedy, being the server owner, I tried to give him preference for input, and it just reached the point that I felt like some people were getting a little upset with me, so I just decided to step away from it. Wow, you could literally spend all day looking at everything, crazy detail, and shows so much love put into it. I added you as a favorite, so I'll be back, but gotta go for now. Take care and enjoy the build. Have a great day. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Uh, yeah, there is a lot to look at. Um, I even Kennedy is hesitant to do a full server tour because there's just so much. While I'm here, I can check my mailbox. I got nothing. That reminds me. Okay. So this is the post office that was built by Hill, if I recall correctly. We should probably add signs. Who built what? As I mentioned, I did the Zen Garden. My only other contributions outside of the roads was I built this little fishing hut and I built this chicken station. So this is for eggs, not for actual, um, not for cooked chicken. Kennedy built this as well. Uh, so there's various meats available. We got gruntlings. There's so much here. I'm not going to point out I don't know who built everything. So I'm just going to do a quick little aerial view. It's still expanding. I don't even know what all of the shops are. We got a little playground just for decoration. Where I stopped was basically this area over here. So we got town hall, but town square. And this is kind of this is where it all ended. I was going to do a nice uh, park, and basically the end result was that, as you can see, or maybe can't see, it's been relegated to seasonal builds. Not sure about that. And it looks like it's probably getting close to time that this will disappear and something else will go up. But around the town square, we got town hall, we got a museum, we got the courthouse, the police station, we've got flowers, we got cookies. The truck's new. And it did not pick a side. It's just going right down the middle, isn't it? It is 6 wide. That's probably why. It would just fit. But it would fit. That's the side of the museum. I stopped my road somewhere around here. Then Kennedy continued from there. We got a little harbor, and I do mean it's big space-wise, but the ships are little. Ben did the library. Killer and Lag did the mob shop. My intention... So you spawn on top of that building. That's the starter building. I wanted the post office close to the portal. And I wanted this street to mostly contain the general necessities. So food, hardware, armor, and then from there led on to other stuff. There's a hotel. I think we spent enough time here. You get the point. We're gonna fly over this way. I got one more thing that I built. Kennedy Land. But then Kennedy is the one that got the warden. Eh. Alright, get out. Yeah, I built the sign with the intention of putting the warden in there. I did put the caution tape around. Uh, on the realm, I got the pet warden in place. For the server, Kennedy and a few other people did. Um, I was thinking a boat could go here where this portal is. So this is one of the portals. Uh, the portal opposite the spawn goes to the gaming district. And the gaming district is this island, or whatever you want to call it, is actually where that sign is. The sign's over there. That's why it's Kenny D Land. Um, we have an Among Us game, and there was the start of a Monopoly board. Maybe at some point we can finish it. The guy that started it is no longer on the server. Eh, I'm not the best at flying. Oh, spawn's over that way. Other than the sign, I built nothing at the gaming district. One more. This one is the industrial area. Uh, Kennedy built the pathway. This is all ocean. Then, I don't know if Rachel helped, but this is a gunpowder farm. It's all the way up at build height. We've got a shulker farm. This was built by Kennedy. I think I've gone close enough. Way out is the gold farm that I built. I wanted to make sure it did not interrupt with the portal. And I think we can head back to my place now. See how far I can make it. Not far. Come on, just stay straight. They're just so sensitive anymore. I'd fly, but I'm low on rockets in my inventory. I should have just picked some up. deal with this until I run into a tunnel on this side. Here it is. Alright. We're okay for the moment. We're almost home. Wait, it is another tunnel. Just curious, whose tunnel is this? Alright. I can't. Shane. That, I'm pretty sure, is a... Actually, you know what? There is... Now that I think about it, there is somebody that's not far from 0. That might be that one. See, now this is easy because I can just stay straight. Extra bits. Right, I grabbed some blue eggs. My wings are missing some durability. Oh, in the end, there is a Enderman farm for XP. At the moment, I've been storing eggs in here. I just realized I never went to my gameplay screen. Everybody's been looking through a small window. But there is one thing I want to do. I've decided to move this. Question is, I know approximate, but not exactly. Now that I think about it, I don't know exactly because I wanted to give me that. I need to adjust this path. 2, 4, 5 wide. That's the first part of it. Figuring out where the path turned. So I'm gonna put that wagon over here. Um, that way with the little seats out here. This is the puppeteer. Hey, just wanted to pop back in and say thanks so much for the tour. It was fantastic. Not a problem. Still gotta go, but wanted to thank you for your time. Really enjoyed. Thank you for stopping by, and I appreciate everybody that stops by, chats, lurks, whatever. It all supports the stream and helps motivate me to keep doing it because I know other people are enjoying it. Okay, let's work on this first. Probably like that. And then 2, 3, 4. Ah, wrong button. I think that'll be good. This is kind of angled a little bit and into a turn. Now, yeah, is that where we want that? Actually, path might move a little more to the right once I figure this out. Don't think I mind that. Yeah, I mean, they will be up anyway. You're very welcome. I will come back and see some of your most recent builds. Okay, again, thanks a ton. Best of luck. Welcome back anytime. I am a variety streamer though, so I don't always play Minecraft. Just trying to think for a minute. I really feel like I want this back a little further. Is that far enough, though? Why am I going in there? Somebody else is sleeping through the night. uh, we do that. Actually puts that 3 away. 1, 2, 3. Let's push this back one more. Now, how do we feel about that? We're kind of lining up with the tree. We'll see just the back of it from here. I think that could be good. Actually see about bringing this a little more left. Uh, I guess. That changes that. What do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four. outside screaming about something. I think that will be good. Now, tear all this down and rebuild it. Lose anything. Alright, that should be everything other than the lights. We'll come back for the lights. Right now, let's get these out of my inventory because I can do those quick enough. That was why I wasn't flipping them up yet. And they are stairs behind. Actually, we want the entrance on that side. So that means this side gets these. Right, that runs the full width. Yes. And the back side gets one like that. Yep, that goes like that. I did leave some shulkers here. Whoops. They're all deep slate. Lantern's keeping that one from opening. Inside. Need those. But before that, actually, let's grab those. Yeah, they go here. Like that. And then we have these. Goes out one beyond. Yes, one beyond. All right, let's continue these. With one on the back. This goes 1, 2. This is a bigger wagon, so we skip 3 and go 2 again. They are temporary. I guess I didn't need to do both, but fell off. That is all of them. These remaining 2 go above the doors. I did those wrong. They go like that. You can put these in. Nope. Nope, we can't do those yet. Okay. Now they just go straight the whole way on either side. Your plates. Then we can put the trapdoors on. Need to review how the front goes. think. I think it just goes like this. And then we have these. Except in the back we have the furnace or the stove to keep it warm. I think I have the front wrong. I think they are supposed to be on the inside like that. I'll check. Yeah. And oh, no, I did those wrong as well. I got smooth and then that. Before we do that, this side stays closed. Let's fix those. I forgot to make note of how these go. I think that's right, because I can't put there. This is how I get into here. You want to make sure, don't want to ruin the puppet's surprise. These ran along the sides. Yeah. I need to get up on the roof. Ugh. Ugh, excuse me. Now, other than writing on the sign, it's been moved. Or no, I still have to do the lights. Also, let's just clean that up a little bit. The lights go around here. On that note, this one is close by. And this one. That said, we do want a light. No, we'll get there. For now, let's do that. Grab these. Torches, for the most part, are temporary lights. Just to make sure that area is lit up. Have that torch up there. We have lights just there around the corner. I think this is probably lit up enough. We'll have to see at nighttime, but I think that's good. Oh, inside. Inside, we did not put the lantern. Gotta keep the inside lit as well. I think what we'll do, question is where that torch is actually probably a pretty good place. I'll keep that area lit. And I think, well, the rain actually helps. We can kind of see where the light is. That looks pretty decent. I think until we get back here, um, I'm gonna make another turn here. One, two, three, four, five. And we might change it, because we might make it go more diagonal. But it's a start. And you might be like, why did you do that? Well, we've got all this empty area back that was behind the wagon. But now we have access to it again. We can do something else back here. Morning.
You're doing that, but
Got everything done you need to get done,
yeah.
I guess. Yeah, I think that's good enough for now. They get composted. That's updated. As well as that. This stays open for spectators, but probably gonna put some trees back there. And let's grow this back in here. Yeah, duh, I should have known better. One ain't gonna be enough. Grass is not going to grow under there, though. We kind of had to pull this in, didn't we? Maybe this grass isn't all grown up over there. I think I'm going to put the tent because, they're not going to sleep in there the whole time, are they? Maybe they do. I'm going to set up a tent over here that they actually sleep in. That's the thought, at least. You know what? We're going to grow some trees behind them. I need to figure that area out. I think it's going to be more woods. We want it such that will this grow? Yes, it will. Would that be in the way of pulling the wagon in there? Maybe not, because maybe he'll swing it tight. Or maybe they backed it in. That's a thought. They backed it in. Alternatively, I could bring that tree closer. That way. Yeah, I think it will. There we go. It's also a little taller that way. Yeah, that's good. It's overgrowth back there. We gotta replace the light. Maybe right here. Yeah, I think that'll be a good spot for the light. That dirt might need cleared out. And I know I need to redo the map. We'll redo the map here in a moment. Kind of want a tall tree. Only get a tall one. Maybe that wasn't a good idea. They wouldn't put the tent under the tree like that. We have a bunch of yellow flowers. That's better. Too many yellow flowers. Too close together. You know what? We'll leave that one, I guess. Guess it's not that bad, really. I wanted some overlap. Also, there's no light back here, is there? There's not. Closest is over there. Well, we do have light over there, too. Let's put a light here. That should keep that lit. Move that back a little bit. That said, we probably need it more over here. And something there in between these. We need more overlapping trees. Make a little bit of a dense forest. There's maybe the dense forest should be over here. Though that doesn't make sense, does it? Not really. It's the water. I will say one thing. This side looks plain, but I don't want both doors on the same side. have to think about that. This wouldn't be overgrown anymore. We do need to get back to that, don't we? Hmm. Like in hmm. Work on this one, and then this will be the template for those. And there was something else I wanted to get back in my place. Didn't I or no? No, I don't. Let's try. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Do I like that? Not really. Maybe on the back side. The front side, though, I do not like it. Kind of don't like how high they are either. Get in there. It's debating swapping the white and the blue, but you know what? I think it's good the way it is. So let's grab some more of that. I actually don't need that much. We just want a guarantee that this is not going to be a spawning place. Wool's not supposed to, but I've seen it happen. All right. I like it so far. There's just one last part. Sticks. Now, which way? Yeah, that way. Mm, I forgot to use Silk Touch. That made charcoal instead of regular coal. I think it looks better have them go the other way. Just my personal preference. I think that looks pretty good. Yeah, what the heck. Oops, if I put it right. Lots of torches. As much as I want to use up the spruce that I have, since I got so much, I like how that turned out. The hill makes it a little difficult to know what time to sleep. Okay. Yeah, I do want to switch these out. That is back at the main base. And then know that I have a few that I accidentally created. I don't like having a bunch of stuff left over, but it happens. I don't have as many as I thought. Guess I didn't need to come back. I thought I had quite a few of them. Tree should be grown. Yeah, it is. Just don't want to run out. A little bit of an assistance. That cleared out my grass, and now I don't know where I grew it before. Oh well. Alright. Yeah, I think that's going to fit better. Do we make that change to all of them, though? Probably not. I think the fishing one I want to leave a light color, a lighter color. that works for them. This is where the teal is going to be used. Do like the spruce roof with the campfires. So they're going to stay. Just change out the bottoms. Moment. Several of those. And we need 3 campfires. And we need the gates. A 6, 8, 10. Not 100% safe out here. That's why I sleep through the night. Don't need creepers wandering up on me. We're fairly safe, but not 100% safe. Alright, the fisherman goes in there. Now, what color to use for the butcher and the farmer? What if we do a mixture? We'll stay with the spruce at the bottom and the spruce on the roof, but maybe we'll go dark oak for that part. I think that'll work out nice. Nice little mixture. Just to keep things interesting. What do we need? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. That's 24 sticks. Don't think we need those anymore? No. What we do need if I can place it right. No, that's not the right way. But that's okay. That is fine. Whoa. Okay, that was a phantom stare. It saved me from having to remove it. In the middle here. I'm not sure. So now we need to make a switch. We go pink. Also, temporarily, till I get that in. I think we go red. Go red for these. And then we can put orange in the middle. So then orange kind of bridges the gap between the red and the yellow. We did enough of those. Oh, I do need the slabs. And I don't have enough. Wow. One short. Hey, Amy, how are you doing? I'm doing pretty good, thanks. Oh, Jacob, will you run out and get the newspaper, please? I forgot. So what are you up to, Amy? Anything interesting? How's the family doing? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Family is great, thanks. We've been out to a play park and then did a food shop. Ooh, nice. Good food, I hope. Why am I? Don't want to put that up. And yet I just did anyway. A weekly shop. Okay. So then answer good food. Or you're saying you went to what we would call the grocery store to go get food for the week? Yeah, more healthy stuff. Healthy's good, but it's nice to enjoy some other food at points. Uh, I'm not gonna have enough dark oak wood. I don't think. 3, 6, 8, 16, 18. Yeah, I'm out of oak wood. We got some good snacks in already. That's good. I can't believe I ran out of dark oak. Although I'm technically not out of dark oak. It's just back at my main base. Uh, I really want to make. Yeah, I do. Music is nice. Yeah, nice, relaxing Minecraft music. Not played Minecraft in so long. Well, now you got a gaming setup I see, and you can play it again, right? That's just the question of what are you going to build? Yeah, I've got a cherry blossom forest within my area. I've been kind of having fun building a castle lately. Still like to come back to my main base and do some things at points, but like finally got my storage system in place with all of the slave golems working in the back. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. It's deal with this guy first. It's not just Mario. Hate those guys. They're always a pain in the butt. Always leaving grass blocks all over my place. We've got a Halo bridge, we got a Mario block, we got Sea of Thieves ship, we got a Sonic ring, we got our Nintendo Switch, Mario warp tunnel, Among Us little dude down there. Actually, you haven't seen the big build. I dug a lot of the nether out and built Bowser Castle. Yeah, the bridge was like the first thing that I did. The switch was like the second. Uh, the Mario block was the most recent, and prior to that was the Bowser Castle. I need to finish the walls and the lava lake underneath, and then a glass roof. Yeah, I grabbed what I needed. Goes with the Mario tunnel. Yeah. Which I think I showed you that before. I did a whole tour earlier. I'm sorry, I'm not doing a whole tour again. How many more do I need here? 2, 4, 6, 7. 2, 4. Yep. 5. That should be 7. It's not. Oh, the dark oak. There we go. My little stands are ready to be decorated. That reminds me, though, there is one more thing. Oh, I didn't grab orange. You know, it's bad enough running back and forth. It's even worse when your supplies are all the way back at a whole nother area. Because I forgot orange wool anyway. Yep. Give me 1 minute. I'll wrap it up here in a minute. I need a bed for in that other wagon. I forgot. Doesn't work that way. Let me just take care of these two things. Get a bed inside of here. That was a weird glitch. Yeah, I think that works good. A nice little transition between them. Gonna pick these up. Update my map before I forget. Get that back in my map room. Alright. I think that's a good place to leave off now. I want to thank everybody for watching. We got... Yeah, that's pointed the right way. We got our wagon moved to the new location. We got our stalls in place. They just need finished decorating. We did a big tour of a lot of stuff. Yeah. Next stream should be next Saturday for Sea of Thieves, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Next Sunday, another stream at 9 a.m. I'm not sure if it'll be Minecraft or if it'll be one of the other games I've been playing. We'll see. I'm kind of a little reinvigorated to finish this, but then after that, I'm not sure. Got to think about how some of this other stuff looks, um, and placement of things. So stay tuned for that. Uh, you can. I will post updates on Twitter and Blue Sky. Screenshots. I need to do more of screenshots and pictures on Instagram. Past streams on YouTube. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you can watch me live on Twitch. So until next time, take care, everybody. Oh, uh, yeah, I think we're gonna pass on raids. So, right. Until next time, take care, everybody. Have a good one, and we'll catch you later. Bye.
Wake up, grab the headset tight, dive into a pixelated life, building blocks in Minecraft's land, or sailing seas with pirates' hand. Every stream's a brand new start. JETwagen plays straight from the heart. From citizens' lives to treasures full, a world of stories yet untold. Feel the rush when the game begins. Join the chat, let's dive right in. JETwagen life tonight, we're rocking all day long. Crafting dreams and chasing waves inside this gaming song. Hear our voices loud and strong. Together we belong. Streaming worlds where we can't go wrong. From sleepy towns to oceans deep, keeps us hooked, no time for sleep. The clicks and laughs, light and screen glow bright. A crew united through pixels fight. Friends made real across the stream. Adventure thriving like a dream. With every quest or build he shares, our hearts beat fast, nobody compares. Loading up, the night is ours again. With JETwagen leading on this journey's end. JETwagen life tonight, we're rocking all